things are getting insane in crypto right now. Bitcoin is right around 20,000, actually fell a little bit below 20,000 a few minutes ago. A lot of altcoins down a lot here today. Some between 5 and 30% down. I want to talk about that and talk about what's happening because the crypto industry is getting screwed over right now. But it's not just crypto. There's a lot of fear happening in one specific sector that has to do with finance. Well, actually, just the whole banking sector, which we want to talk about here today. And talk about the coordinated effort that's happening from the government here in the US to stifle crypto. So if you don't mind hitting the subscribe button underneath the video and staying through to the end of the video, there's so much to cover. I try to be as objective as possible on this channel, and I think objectively this is the most jam-packed with important news video that we've had in a long time, which is what's causing the market to fall down so aggressively here because we were just at 22,000 just a few days ago, or maybe it was a day ago at this point. But there's so much FUD in the market, and I'm going to talk about whether it's time to sell or whether it's time to buy, all that kind of thing towards the end of the video too. So again, hit the subscribe button. If you want to know when I'm buying and selling, I haven't been buying too much in crypto over the last couple months, but if you want to know when I buy next, you can check out the link to Patreon underneath the video. Now, as I said, Bitcoin's right above 20,000. We're kind of bumping above that as support. The $20,000 mark is a big psychological level. We did fall down to about 19,800 earlier. Ethereum falling down a lot too. A lot of alts falling. Now, there are a couple different reasons for this. First of all, there have just been a ton of liquidations. In the last 12 hours, we've seen $286 million liquidated, a lot happening earlier this afternoon. But now there's a lot of fear happening right now. First of all, there is some talk about Voyager selling. They sold $56 million worth of assets in the last 24 hours. Now, this is as of a few hours ago, but they're selling a lot of Ethereum. They're selling a lot of VGX, SHIB, Link, and they're also getting ready to sell more possibly. There's just a lot of selling happening with this Binance US deal. I don't know exactly why, if they just need some liquidity or what, but they keep on selling assets, which is hurting the market, causing some liquidations, but there's a lot more happening. First of all, Huobi, one of the largest crypto exchanges, went from their token went from $4.74 down to $1.90 within a few minutes. And now it's back up at $3.90. Now, again, this is a really large exchange. The fully diluted market cap of Huobi token is about $2 billion. It's in the top 70 cryptos. And Justin Sun is trying to seek assurance or he's trying to seek to reassure different users of Huobi. Now, I would not hold my crypto on Huobi. I've never have, but I would, if I had it there now, I would definitely take it off. They say cryptocurrencies linked to China-born crypto mogul Justin Sun suffered one of the steepest falls in the latest digital asset sell-off. HT and TRX have tanked about 20% and 10%. At one point, HT rapidly halving in value before pairing losses. Now, as we showed here, it actually fell a lot more than 50%. It fell like 67% or so. They say HT is the native token of the Huobi exchange. They denied, or the owner denied, Justin Sun denied being the owner of roughly 60% of that token, and his official position is as of an advisor. Now, they commented on this. Sun said that we are good. Just a user missold its position and is now back to normal. That sounds a little bit weird. On Twitter, he said the Huobi exchange is operating safely and attributed recent fluctuations to a few users triggering a cascade of forced liquidations in the spot and HT contract markets. He says the operation of Huobi exchange is safe, the wallets are safe, and the back end is safe. The recent market fluctuations and the leveraged liquidations were caused by a few users. I don't know about you, but I don't see too many tokens falling 70 or 80% in a few hours, actually probably less time than that, just over half an hour because of some liquidations, right? When there are liquidations, you fall maybe 5, 10, 20%, not 80%. I mean, maybe it's just a very illiquid token, but I'd be very careful of that right now. I would sell out if I had any Huobi, and I might look for a way to short it here soon. Also, Ethereum is considered a security. So the New York Attorney General's office is filing a lawsuit against KuCoin. Now, keep in mind the SEC also just got a $30 million payout from Kraken for having unregistered securities. They also made them stop staking. They also are suing Grayscale, suing them for basically keeping them without being able to convert to a spot ETF. They're also suing Ripple. They are going out of their way right now. The whole government is going out of their way to attack crypto in my mind right now. And the New York Attorney General's office is declaring Ethereum a security as well at the same time. The SEC just made Paxos shut down, or I think it was the SEC, maybe it was a different organization, made Paxos shut down BUSD. And now they're claiming Ethereum is a security as well. They are trying to rein in all these crypto platforms. Now they're doing this at the bottom or close to the bottom of the bear market. I think they've gotten a lot of FUD or a lot of flack recently for letting FTX go on so long, and now they're going out of their way to attack all these different companies and all these different assets as well. Biden is also proposing a 30% tax on electricity used for Bitcoin mining, saying it's hindering the transition to a low emission energy future. This is crazy that this is all happening in the same day or same few days. And now we're also having a bank run. Now this is affecting all of the banks, not just crypto. And I don't think this has quite affected crypto yet, but it could. So Silicon Valley Bank scrambles to reassure clients after a 60% stock wipeout. So it's down 60% during the day today and is down about 15 to 20% after hours. Keep in mind, this is one of the largest banks in the US. It wiped out over $80 billion in value of the bank shares. So this is a very large bank. And the lender on Wednesday launched a $1.75 billion share sale to shore up its balance sheet and navigate declining deposits. So that, I think, was the major indicator. Basically, they have to sell a couple $2 billion worth of shares because they're getting a bank run. And that means that everyone is trying to pull their money out. They don't have the money there. Now, maybe the government steps in and helps, but this is not a bank for the masses. This is for venture capital mostly. And now venture capital money is fleeing. Peter Thiel's Founders Fund is advising companies to withdraw money from Silicon Valley Bank as quickly as possible. They had 169 billion in deposits. So again, just a ton of money flowing out of there. It's causing a lot of fear in the whole banking and financial sector. Like, take a look. It's not just SVB. I mean, PacWest Bancorp is down 20%, First Republic Bank 15%, Signature Bank 8%, Charles Schwab 8.85%, JP Morgan down 5.5% here today, Bank of America down 6.2%. So many people are worried, and it's affecting all of banking. I mean, these are massive companies. Bank of America is $245 billion. JPM is $383 billion. So people are taking hundreds of millions, if not billions, out of these banks. So it's not just crypto, but keep in mind, this is what's happened over the last 24 hours. White House announces the plan to add a 30% tax to energy used for Bitcoin mining or other digital assets. NYAG sues KuCoin and dubs Ethereum a security. Elizabeth Warren is celebrating the Silvergate bank run and liquidation. Gensler pens up op-ed and tweet claiming nearly all of crypto is out of compliance, basically saying that all of crypto is security except for Bitcoin. And this is all the different parts of the government basically colluding at the same time. Now, this is a lot to take in, right? There's a lot going on. Is this the time to sell? Of course, you have to make your own decision. I'm not telling you what to do. Personally, I'm not selling. I sold a couple weeks ago. I sold some of my altcoins just because they had run so much. But right now, I'm not selling. Right now, I'm looking at buying more. I think just as in other markets, in crypto, you want to buy when peak fear is happening. And right now, it seems like over the last couple of weeks, we've had peak fear in the US. Now, I'm not going out and dumping all my money into crypto right now. I will start dollar cost averaging, especially around these levels. I think we could fall more, especially with all this happening at the same time. Keep in mind, not all of this is definitely going to happen. Like, for example, the White House adding a plan to have a 30% tax to energy. isn't necessarily going to happen, right? And it still has to be voted on. We also have this bank run happening, right? This could cause some fear because if there needs to be some liquidity in some of these VC funds, maybe they take profits on crypto or sell some of their crypto to cover their butts. But we could see further liquidations. I'm not selling right now. I'm looking at buying, like I said. I think over the long term, crypto's here to stay, and anything that can happen short term that won't have a long term effect is just a buying opportunity, right? If some people get flushed out of the market, that's just a buying opportunity. Same thing as if you looked at a dividend stock, right? It's a little bit easier there because it's really obvious that if a company goes down, let's say 5 or 10%, assuming their company is still a strong company, you can get a higher dividend yield. Basically, you can put the same amount of money in and get more money in dividends. Same thing a little bit when you think about normal stocks, right? If a company is still performing well, but the whole market falls down, well, you're buying a good company just at a slower, slightly lower price. Same thing with crypto. If nothing is affecting the crypto long term, but it's some short-term holders that are getting flushed out, well, that means that crypto is just as strong and you're getting it for more of a discount, right? A couple weeks ago, when you have done anything to go back and buy crypto at Bitcoin at 17,000, 18,000, yeah. So we may have that opportunity again here soon. If you want to know when I'm buying, you can check out the link to the Patreon underneath the video. Otherwise, I will do some updates, maybe not in real time though, on what I'm buying here on the channel, just because it is hard to say everything that I'm buying every time that I buy it. But again, you can follow that link underneath the video if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching. Take your crypto off exchanges as much as possible, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.